Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another manga volume review. This is going to be one that I'm going to be reviewing from beginning to end. It's already completed, and it's actually one of my series that I've had in my back burner, in my waiting list for a long time now, because everyone has recommended it. I've read so much about it. Not really about the plot, but just how great it is of a series. So I'm kind of excited to do this one for you guys. I will be starting with the first volume of the manga. Eventually, I'll probably will watch the anime because there is an anime already as well for it. So, anyways, the series that I'm talking about, you'll probably know already by the title. It is another. I do have the extended manga version, so you have all the volumes in just one, which is four different volumes. So you'll have four different videos of manga for this series, and then you will have maybe first impressions and a review from the anime. So anyways, before I continue though, a few things. One, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button if you guys don't mind. You'll be notified when I go live, when I upload videos. Also, if you guys want to further support my channel, then consider being a Patreon. Depending by when you watch this video, there might have already started a Patreon giveaway, and that's only exclusive for Patreons. You can find that video in my channel, so make sure you consider being part of that giveaway as well. And that can only be if you are a Patreon. Lastly, if you guys don't want this first volume to be spoiled, then don't watch past this point. I won't talk about it too much in detail like I talk about the chapters, but I will talk about it in some detail. So we follow the story of this boy called Sakabaraki. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I think that I am. But anyways, this boy was raised in Japan and is now coming to this small town in Japan. Or sorry, he was raised in Tokyo and now he's coming to a small town in Japan. And basically, before he goes to school, he gets sick and goes to the hospital, and he's visited by future schoolmates. And from the beginning, there's just something off about them, and then he notices that. And anyways, then another girl visits him, he notices another girl in the hospital, and a very creepy girl with a creepy doll. And anyways, he kind of blows it off, and he goes back to his normal life after recovering and meeting one of the nurses there, who will be actually a key point person eventually in the volume. He starts school, and to be honest, for the first part, there is something off. At all times, there's something off. Sakabaraki, man, long name. He basically is introduced. He sits down. He notices the people that he saw in the hospital, the two people that visited him, and then this creep girl. And he eventually speaks to her. And it always seems to be by himself with her, and realizes that her name is Misaki. And Misaki is an important name for this series, and that is because the school apparently 26 years ago has a story of a girl called Misaki who was very popular. She was a great athlete, was a great student, was a great friend with people. She was just like the best person you guys can find, and she died in a tragic accident. And the classroom that she was in, third year, class 3, could not get over it. So they basically pretended that Misaki was still there with them, and even the teacher went along with it, and everyone just pretended as if she was still active in the school. So much that when they took the school picture, they actually noticed that she came out in the picture. So I guess since then they've been haunted by her spirit, and throughout the entire first volume, you always wonder, is this Misaki the same Misaki? And I think that's what the manga essentially is trying to do, is trying to make you wonder if it's the same person, if it's a relative or whatever. Throughout the volume, Sakabaraki is basically trying to figure out what's going on. We meet two male characters, Kasami, who is the guy in glasses, he's one of the person that visited him in the hospital. But he's also kind of important in the series because he's always hanging out in the school with Teshi. We'll just call him Teshi. He has a long name, Teshi Gawada, I believe. But let's just call him Teshi. So he's hanging out with Teshi. And anyways, they're complete opposites. Teshi is kind of like the outgoing person, and Kasumi is very serious, very intellectual person. And a lot of the times, Kasumi stops Teshi from speaking further in certain things, and it just builds the mystery more and more. I did hear that another was a gory series, and that was my first impressions of the manga. Was where's the gore? Why am I not seeing death one after the other? Because that's basically what people talk about another is the gore and the death. So I didn't see it. I just saw a lot of suspense, a lot of build-up, which is really well done. In a way where so in some parts of the chapter they're acting like it's a regular school day, and you feel like you're reading a series that's just slice of life and people hanging out and having fun, and then it takes a quick turn and it gets serious. People don't want to talk about what happened to 26-year-olds. People don't want to say what is going on, and they're hiding something, and Sakabaraki knows they're hiding something. So what is it? Anyways, the things he finds out is basically the entire story of the girl Misaki, but he also finds out through a family member that essentially that's only the prologue. That's only the beginning of the story, which means there's more to it. There's a lot more to it. He also finds out that everyone seems to ignore the girl Misaki. No one seems to act like she's there. So it keeps building up the question as if is she a ghost? Is she a demon? Is she another being that is haunting this class? So anyways, I will talk about when someone does notice her a bit later on in this video. I want to continue on with the whole what he's figured out so far. What he's also figured out is his grandparents knew about it. His mom actually was in that classroom where Misaki died. We don't know where his mother is. I'm gonna assume she's dead. Pretty sure they mentioned it. I just forgot, I guess. But all we know is that he hangs out with his dad, and he used to live with his dad, and now he's living with his grandparents. And his, I guess, aunt. I believe it's his aunt that lives with them. She knows a lot about it, but doesn't want to tell him either. So everyone seems to not want to tell him. Teshi tells him if he can just wait 1 month, he will tell him more about the story, but he needs to wait 1 month. So yeah, that's basically what's going on in the story. It's just up to the last chapter, it was a suspenseful story, just building up of what the heck is happening. Why is everyone changing their moods 180 from being happy to let's not talk about this, let's be serious, and whatever. So at the end, the last chapter, it's the midterm. Sakabaraki finishes his midterm early, and he leaves the classroom, and he meets up with Misakai. And Misakai there tells him that everyone seems to ignore her and pretend that she's not there, and that he is talking to her, and that's kind of weird. Anyway, at the same time, teachers rush to a room talking about how something has happened, and it finally has happened, and they don't know. He doesn't know what it is, and then he asks a teacher because he sees a classmate running in a panic, and the teacher tells her or him, sorry, that her family was in a tragic accident, and they're all in the hospital. At the same time, this girl seems to actually see Misaki, and I guess acknowledges that she's actually there, and she even freaks out even more. Now, I'm going to guess that people can't see her, and when you do see her, you're going to die. So because at the end of this chapter, we see this girl dead at the end of a staircase. She was running with an umbrella, and she stabbed herself on the throat. So, yeah, spoiler. Anyways, that is the first volume. Quite a good volume. Like I said, I expected more gore. I expected more death, to be honest. But this was still good. I still was at the edge of my seat, wanting to read more on this series. I took my time to read it. I read a chapter per night. I would take my time because I know it's a series that people do enjoy, and I wanted to really engage and take in all the information that I was reading instead of rushing through the volume. So, anyways, volume 2 probably will take a while because I'll do the same thing. I will read a chapter per night in my bed. Anyways, out of 10, I'm going to give this volume a 8 out of 10. It does a great job to set up a story and to set up a curse. It keeps you wondering who the heck this girl is, and when he talks to her, it makes you so uncomfortable that you just want him to stop talking to her. And I think there's a reason behind that. Anyways, guys, let me know if you have seen or read the manga of Another. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you guys don't mind and if you're watching at this point, then might as well subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you have, and you guys can support me through Patreon if you guys would like to. Again, there's a few perks there, like early releases as well as being able to be part of exclusive giveaways and getting more entries on the giveaways here on YouTube. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for the love and support that you guys show my channel. If you have not done so already, go check out more volumes and chapters of manga that I've been reviewing. Thank you again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.